Okay, we are going to use example 14.1 to perform maintenance analysis, that is to choose between breakdown maintenance or preventive maintenance. So you can see this in your textbook. Carl and Harry is a firm specializing in payroll preparation. The firm has successfully automated much of its work using high-speed printers to prepare for check processing and report. The computerized approach, however, has problems. Over the past 24 months, the printers have broken down at the rate indicated in the following table. So this part of the question says that the company is having printers as the machine and equipment. And these printers have been broken down for the past 24 months. So printer yang diguna pakai oleh company ni asyik rosak for the period of 24 months. So you are given here the record of breakdown for 24 months. Okay, so when you add up all this, the frequency of breakdown over here, you will get 24 months. So this is actually referring to the time period of the data. Okay, breakdown data. Okay, the first row here is giving you the data on number of breakdown. Okay, number of breakdown, bilangan kerosakan. And the frequency here is given in months. So how to read the table? Let's see the first column here. It shows that 0 breakdown happened for the frequency of 2 months. Okay, so 0 breakdown happens meaning that printer tu tak rosak for the first 2 months of the period of for the period of 24 months. So untuk 2 bulan pertama daripada tempoh 24 bulan data yang diberi ni, the printer did not break down at all. So that's why 0 is over here. Then the next column says 1 breakdown happened for the frequency of 8 months, meaning that the next 8 months after the 2 months over here, selepas habis 2 bulan ni, for the next 8 months from the 24 months period, 1 breakdown happens to the printer. So printer tu rosak sebanyak 1 kali untuk tempoh 8 bulan selepas daripada 2 bulan ni. Then the printer has broken down for 2 times for the next 5 months. Breakdown for 3 times for the next 4 months, breakdown 4 times for the next 3 months, and breakdown 5 times for the next 2 months. So when you add up all these, you will get 24 months. So as you can see the data here, the number of breakdown keeps increasing from time to time when it reaches 24 months. So makin kerap printer tu rosak lah, makin banyak kali berlaku kerosakan kepada printer. Menghampiri tempoh 24 bulan. Okay, so it is not good lah. So each time the printers break down, Carl and Harry estimates that it loses an average of 300 ringgit in production time and service expenses. So every time the printer breaks down, the company will have to pay 300 ringgit for service expenses. So it means it is like to send for repair lah. Okay, so setiap kali rosak, 300 ringgit to be paid. One alternative is to purchase a service contract for preventive maintenance. So this company has another option, that is to go or to opt for the preventive maintenance. So what this sentence is saying that all this while the company Carl and Harry here is applying breakdown maintenance. So daripada ayat ni sampai ayat ni, this company is applying breakdown maintenance and the cost is 300 ringgit for 1 breakdown. So the company has another option, that is to switch from breakdown maintenance to preventive maintenance. So ada satu lagi pilihan, that is to go for preventive maintenance. Even if Carl and Harry contracts for preventive maintenance, they will still be breakdown, averaging 1 breakdown per month. Okay, so walaupun dia tukar kepada preventive maintenance, printer tu akan still rosak, but the breakdown reduces to an average of 1 per month. So kerosakan tu takkan berlaku sekerap breakdown maintenance tadi, and the breakdown will happen only once per month. So averaging 1 breakdown per month. So this is a very important information. The price for this service is 150 ringgit per month, meaning that if the company choose preventive maintenance, the company will have to pay the service cost, that is 150 ringgit per month. Determine whether the firm should purchase a service contract for preventive maintenance or continue the current maintenance. So current maintenance here is the breakdown maintenance. So to choose between preventive or breakdown, justify your answer. So to choose to make a decision here, we cannot just simply look at 150 compared with 300 ringgit here. We have to do some analysis and some cost calculations first before we make a decision. Okay, the first step is to calculate the probability of breakdown. Okay, the probability is for us to convert the frequency in months, okay, this number, into decimal points, okay, decimal numbers. So what we have over here, column A and column B, they are from the questions, okay. So ini adalah daripada soalan, and we calculate the probability by taking the frequency divided by the total duration, 24 months, okay. So for the first calculation is we take the frequency 2 months divided by 24 and we get 0.083. 8 divided by 24 and we get 0.333, and you do until the end of the data. And make sure that when you add up all these numbers, you will get 1.0, which represents 100%. Okay, mesti dapat 1.0, or because of sometimes decimal points, there is some a little bit difference. You may also get 0.99 or 1.01. Okay, so antara nombor-nombor ni masih dikira betul lah. Okay, if you don't get 1.0 or about these two numbers, 0.99 and 1.01, meaning that your calculation is not correct somewhere. Okay, so we are converting the frequency into decimal points. That is the probability of breakdown. Okay, second step, or step number 2 is from the probability calculation just now, we go and calculate the expected number of breakdown per month. So expected number of breakdown per month here, it is like to calculate the average of breakdown per month. Okay, kita nak cari secara purata daripada 24 bulan ni, what is the average breakdown happens in 1 month? Because from here, from this data, you are not able to see the average breakdown per month. So we are going to calculate the average, which we call as expected number of breakdown per month. So how to calculate the expected number of breakdown per month? It is where you focus on column A over here, multiply with column C. Okay, we have calculated probability just now. So you just take 0 times 0.083, then this is the first answer for the expected number of breakdown for data number 1. Then you do the same thing for the next number of breakdown 1, multiply with the probability that is in column C, and you'll get this answer. And you do until end of the data and calculate the total for all this. Okay, carikan ataupun add up all the answers, and you will get this answer 2.17 times. Okay, it is okay if you want to use 2 decimal or 3 decimal points. Up here I use 3 decimal points. Kat sini saya gunakan 3 decimal points, and when it comes to total I make it 2 decimal points. So it is okay if you want to maintain 3 decimal points. So what is the meaning of 2.17 times is that in 1 month, on average, the printer will break down about 2.17 times. Okay, dalam sebulan secara purata, printer tu akan rosak sebanyak 2.17 kali, which is quite big number lah, quite frequent. And the company will have to bear a lot of costs. Then we go to step number 3. That is to determine the cost of breakdown maintenance. So the cost of breakdown maintenance is calculated by multiplying the expected number of breakdown with cost of breakdown. So we have calculated the expected number of breakdown from the table just now. The last column of the table, we calculated the total 2.17 times the average breakdown to happen per month. We multiply with the cost of breakdown, that is 300. Remember from the question, when the printer breaks down, the company will have to pay 300 ringgit for the service. So you multiply with that cost of breakdown, 300 ringgit. So the breakdown maintenance cost will be 651 ringgit per month. Okay, we are using monthly basis because the question gives you in month. So that's why it is per month basis. So maksudnya, if the company maintains the breakdown maintenance, what the company has to pay is 651 ringgit per month. Now let's try to calculate the cost of preventive maintenance. That is step number 4, because we want to compare between these two types of maintenance. So the cost of preventive maintenance is, the formula is cost of preventive maintenance. This is the one given in the question, plus with the cost of breakdown multiply with the average breakdown expected, average number of breakdown expected. So cost of preventive maintenance, this is what the company has to pay for the services if the company converts into preventive maintenance. You can see this from the question, 150 ringgit. And this part, okay, cost of breakdown maintenance here, don't take this one. Jangan ambil answer daripada previous calculation. What you do is you take this one, the one given in the question. What is the cost of breakdown? 300 ringgit. And this one, the number 1 here is the average number of breakdown expected. This is mentioned in the question. At the part where if the company switch to preventive maintenance, the breakdown will still occur, but it will reduce to once per month. Ada perkataan once per month. So this is where number 1 derived from. Okay, once per month. So you cari dalam soalan. I mentioned tadi. Okay, I mentioned earlier. This is the most important information. This is a very important information. Averaging to once per month. That is by switching to preventive maintenance. Breakdown still occur, but it reduces to once per month, not 2.17 anymore. So when we calculate 150 plus 300 ringgit times 1, we get 450 ringgit per month. So by switching, if we switch to preventive maintenance, the cost that the company has to pay is 450 ringgit per month. Now we have calculated the two types of maintenance costs, breakdown and also preventive. Now we need to compare the costs and make decision. So definitely between these two, 651 breakdown maintenance and 450 is preventive maintenance. The saving will be 201 ringgit per month. Maksudnya penjimatan yang company akan dapat adalah sebanyak 201 ringgit sebulan. The decision, the best one is definitely preventive maintenance because it is cheaper, because the cost is lower than breakdown maintenance. And this new scheme will save the company 201 ringgit per month. Make sure you make a decision and also calculate the saving. So very simple, that is how we perform maintenance analysis.